Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just popping on here real quick. A really short video. Really short this time. Um, Recently, there has been some people on YouTube, well, one person in particular that I've seen put out a number of videos about Berkey water filters and saying that they really aren't working and operating the way they're supposed to or to the best um, resources, from what is listed on the label. I can't tell you about the filters that that particular person got or what they're talking about. But when I talk about Berkey here on my channel, I sincerely talk about it just being straightforward and honest. It is the best filter I've had. My water does taste clean, it's clear, it tastes pure. Um, the filters do seem to last a long time because mine is not yet at a point of having to clean and or replace. I mean, of course, if you have anything over time, there might be some settling or something that may happen in the bottom of your container. I have the travel Berkey. It's just like having a fish tank. When you have a fish tank and you put water in that fish tank and those two little filters, one or two or whatever, with the charcoal that are bubbling up within that tank, you still have to clean your fish tank sometimes. You just can't leave your fish in there like that indefinitely. It's kind of a common sense thing. You still have to clean it. There will be some settling of stuff on the bottom inside that tank. Just like it possibly can happen with the Berkey. I haven't experienced that yet in the time that I've had it, but I do keep checking on it, and it's good to give it a rinse out at, at times in between the process so that you get the best longevity out of the filters. I mean, let's be reasonable and not expect that for 3,000 cycles, you're not going to have to clean out that tank. Because just like that charcoal is working, all that muck and guck and other stuff that you're putting in there has to go somewhere. So, yes, you may get clean water out at the bottom, but the other stuff is going to end up having to be cleaned out of the container. So I hope that people are, number one, following directions for putting together their product. Like I said, I have the Travel Berkey, which holds like a gallon and a half of water at a time, which is enough for one person. I don't need 50 containers, like I just heard from another YouTuber that someone was purchasing the Berkey system from them and wanted to buy 50 of these and then 50 of those. Who needs 100 Berkeys in their home? Number one, you're paying quite a hefty price for the Berkey in the first place. Number two, let's be realistic. Unless you own a nation and you're giving one out to everybody, let's be honest, something is not sounding quite right there. And I guess, I don't know. That's just the whole thing, situation just sounds very fishy. And the person is from overseas somewhere that's trying to order all of this. And I don't know, just nefarious. But anyway, make sure you're getting, if you're going to get a Berkey, and I'm not telling you what to get because there's lots of options out there. I do like the Berkey. I've tried the Berkey. I have tried the Brita. I've tried the Life Straw. I have all of those. I have all of those using for different situations. My Berkey is my number one, my go-to. That's set out so that for me to drink water, or if I have family or friends coming by, I want some pure water. And I'm not lugging around a whole bunch of containers, uh, plastic throwaway containers or bottles of water that are going to end up in a landfill somewhere, harming our environment. Let's be honest about it, because that's what happens to a lot of the stuff we use. We treat our environment like it's a garbage dump, and we forget that we still have to live here. Our kids, our grandkids, and generations to come if we don't destroy the planet. But I'm going to step down off of that pedestal. So I have my Berkey. Very happy with it. Number one rule, make sure that the product you use is really the product that you're using. If you're buying it off of some secondhand, third-hand website or whatever, or for some broker, some person that supposedly is trying to buy 50 of these and 50 of those and sell them and make a buck with a profit, I'm sure, because like I said, the Berkeys are not the cheapest thing around, but it's a good quality product. Make sure that you are buying it from the real deal. I bought mine from the real deal. And then when you need filters, get it from the real deal. Because if you get that second hand, third hand, trying to go to the hardware store and find something that looks comparable, and you just gonna put it in your Berkey and think you're gonna get the same results, you're fooling yourself and you're trying to fool other people. Because if you're doing something shady like that, there's no guarantee of the cleanliness of your water. And I've seen and I've seen videos and I've heard people say, "Oh, you can go to whatever other websites or stores or whatever hardware stores, and you can buy this, and the ceramic thing works just as good as this charcoal filter." Stop and think about that for a minute, and I'm gonna take some coffee with water from my clean, clear Berkey. That just doesn't make sense, but people are being deceived because they're hearing what they're hoping to hear and trying to save a buck. But like I said, do what you need to do. I mean, I even heard something about some lawsuits or something against Berkey, and I don't know how true that is. I don't know what product was actually tested for someone to say that what they had was not working. I don't know if the people actually bought theirs from a legitimate dealer, Berkey dealer, or if they are, I don't know, or if they got it secondhand from somebody on Facebook Marketplace that's just trying to get rid of something, or because if you can't, there's no guarantees with anything. And I'm not trying to be negative against Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Amazon or all these places. But when dealing with Berkey, just if you really want a Berkey, go straight to Berkey. They even have a scratch and dent section, but they only sell things that are up to code and good to go out. From my knowledge, from my experience, what I have works very well. Berkey website, www.berkey, B-E-R-K-E-Y, water, water.com. Take the information, do with it what you will, but I'm just here speaking up for Berkey because my experience has been 100% good, and I can't speak for other people, and I don't know where other people receive their product from, but I stand on the side with Berkey. I mean, you can choose to not have any filter and drink that water out of the sink. Half of the year, mine tastes like fish because, living so close to the Mississippi is like this weird cycle of things. And, there's different times in the year where the sink water, the tap water, tastes like fish where I live. I don't like that. But when I run it through the Berkey, I have no problems. It's fresh. It it's fresh, it looks clean, it tastes pure, and even my even my cat is happier drinking that than the water out of the faucet because I did my own little test here at home. But you decide for you what's right for you. But be aware that there are a lot of bootleg folks out there, there's a lot of fakes out there, and you need to know what you're dealing with. Take care, treat yourself good, don't cheat yourself, and I'll see you next time.